Hey, everybody, it's Holly.
And Heather.
I'm coming to you live from Nashville. Heather,
And I'm coming to you live from Powell.
East Tennessee. So,
Yep.
welcome, welcome in to a very late Sunday edition of Everything Elvis. But we've had a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
so much to talk about while everybody is jumping on. Um, Hopefully, you'll be jumping on. I know this is late, especially
Yeah.
for those overseas, but we have so much to talk about. Today's been an exciting day,
For some.
and I know,
For some
y'all,
of us. For some of us, it's been an exciting day.
I know, I know.
Uh,
Um, so just super quick update for everybody that's asking, because
yes.
everybody's been asking me all day. Yes, Daddy's doing great. He had his hip procedure Tuesday. He was only in the hospital one night. Heather is playing nurse to him right now,
Mm-hmm.
and the doctor said he did great. He came out everything great. He's doing at-home physical therapy, so hurrah for that. It's just boo for Heather because he's being a stubborn patient. So,
Yes.
and and for everybody, thank you so much asking about. Yeah, I had so many people asking me today about the garage. As you all know, our garage is like Mildew City. That's why I'm still in Nashville. That's why Heather and I aren't together. She's taking care of Daddy in East Tennessee, and I'm taking care of the garage in Nashville. And yes, if you see a speck of paint on me, I'm sure there's still some, even though I've showered several times. But I've been bleaching, cleaning, painting, you name it. So that's that. We got all that out of the way. Because I
Yeah.
will say, my exciting day has been
Mm-hmm.
I did an impromptu Sunday at the Nashville Elvis Festival. And y'all, it was my first Han Solo. 'Cause it's
Thank
my
you.
first.
Oh my
Do you like
gosh.
that joke? It's
No.
my first solo Elvis adventure without Sissy. So I
Yeah.
was really torn up about it. Um,
Well,
and
you
everybody missed
know,
Heather.
Yeah, well, this is something that we've been looking forward to like all year was getting to go to the Nashville Elvis Festival. Like we said, we had it all planned. We had all these grand plans of what we were going to video and things we were going to talk about and things we were going to do and shows we were going to go to. And then, as we always say, life happened and we
Yes.
couldn't make it happen. But I told Holly, I talked to her the other day, and I told her, I said, look, I said, Sunday's gospel show and then Dean Z's show that afternoon look super amazing. So I was like, you have the day off. Why don't you still go and enjoy it for both of us? There's no sense in, neither of us getting
Yeah.
to go. Like, I could not make it work. But I was like, there's no sense in neither of us getting to go. So one of us might as well go and have some fun and enjoy it and be able to report back to all of our Everything Elvis besties. So even though I am super bitter, party of one. Oh my gosh.
But let
And
me
yeah, it's
preface this
super
with
sad. It's fine.
let me preface this. I wasn't going to go because I was like, you know what? If Heather can't go, I'm not going. But last night, Heather convinced me. She's like, Holly, you should go. So literally at like midnight last night, I bought my tickets. Didn't think
Mm-hmm.
there'd be any left, but there was a couple. Bought my tickets and then dragged myself up this morning. I even put earrings on. That's how,
That's a big
you
deal.
know, I know. That's a big deal for Holly. If Holly's got her earrings on, y'all know it's special. But yeah, but now I'm so glad I went, and Heather's going to be
I
glad
know.
too because I videoed a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
she's not seen it yet. But I'm going to send her all the videos
Mm-hmm.
of her beloved Dean Z and all of the other wonderful ETAs that did the gospel show, y'all. So, do you want me to get into it? Do you want me to talk about the Nashville Elvis Festival first,
I mean,
or should we
sure.
talk about
Why
something
not?
else?
No, I mean, sure.
Okay,
Why not?
well, y'all, this is such a good festival. If you want to come to a festival, I highly, highly suggest this Nashville Elvis Festival, not
Mm-hmm.
only because they always have a star studded lineup and it is co produced and created by Tom Brown. So you know it's going to be good. But it's a 4-day event. And the great thing I think about this, not that I've been to a lot of Elvis festivals, I have not. I've only been to this one, and I'm partial because I love Nashville. But it's such a great venue, y'all. It's at the factory at Franklin, which Franklin, Tennessee, it's about 20 or 30 minutes from where we live. It's about maybe 20 minutes outside of downtown Nashville. Franklin's one of my favorites, most favorite cities. Like if Heather and I could pick anywhere to live in the Nashville area, we would pick Franklin because it's so
Mhm.
quaint and so beautiful. And this factory, it's like an all-encompassing thing. Like you never have to leave it, honestly. Like you can literally get there because they have shows morning, noon, and night. You can get there and there's never have to leave the place. There's food, there's bars, there's shopping, there's coffee, there's everything you can imagine there at the factory. So today I got there at a little before 10:30, looked around, looked at some shops, went in and saw the gospel show, and then I had a couple of hours to kill before Dean Z, so I looked around and bought a few things because it's not all Elvis stuff. Like they have a bunch of different shops there, but I think they cater on this weekend towards Elvis fans because I noticed a lot of the different little boutique shops had Elvis stuff. And these are not just like your run of the mill department stores or like chains. These are like locally owned mom and pop venues that you can only find their merchandise here in Nashville. And I saw some y'all, I was this close to buying a Dolly pillow. They had like a throw pillow with Dolly's face on it. I took a
Love.
picture. I'll show y'all later. I took a picture of it. Yeah, I was in love, but I was this close to buying it, but I didn't. And then they had this Dolly sweatshirt that I meant to go back and buy, but I got caught off guard. So, anyway, the gospel show this morning. Let's talk about it. So it had a, just a star-studded lineup, y'all. Okay, so it was Tom Brown, Jeff Lewis, Dean Z, Ben Thompson, Michael Cullifer, Alex Mitchell, Riley Jenkins, Cody Daynath, and they even had a special guest, the winner of the Nashville Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist Contest, Emilio. I can't remember his last name. Do you remember it, Ed?
Santoro.
It's Emilio Santoro, which, by the way, ladies, I got to
Mhm.
get my picture with him and meet him in person. He's a doll. He is so handsome. Um,
He's got a
so
pretty
that
big
was great.
following, so I'm
Every
sure a lot of you out
Yeah,
there are fans of his because he's been doing this I think for a number of years, and he's been in a lot of the contests. He
uh-huh,
always comes in like really close and stuff. So, and he's been in the
yeah,
Ultimates the like Memphis final contest before. So,
yeah.
my hair is a hot mess today.
So
Well, I mean,
so mine
this is
too, because
literally
I've been like doing it.
this is literally the first day in like a week that I've brushed my hair and put makeup on. And I know it doesn't look like I've brushed my hair, but I did.
She's been playing nurse, so and doing a
Yeah.
great job of it, might I add.
Anyway. Mhm.
Yeah. So the gospel show was so great, and here's the kicker, y'all. Tom Brown sang 3 songs.
Mhm.
I had no idea. And I don't think most of the audience knew that Tom Brown could even sing. And y'all, not only can he sing, but he can sing good. Like I was
Well,
very impressed. The lady beside me, my friend Teresa, was there, and she was like, I was thoroughly impressed.
mhm.
Um, and I took videos, and yes, he even did a duet with Dean Z, which I will be posting. But it
Cool.
was amazing. And of course, Jeff Lewis, we don't get to hear him a lot. He sang a couple of songs, and he is just amazing. He is a singer. Like Jeff Lewis,
Yeah.
the set of pipes on that man,
Yeah.
he's just an all-around amazing singer. So it was so good to get to hear him. And yes, I videoed it, and yes, I'm going to post it. I mean, from here on out, y'all, the next week there's going to be a Nashville Elvis Festival Love Fest. I already told Dean Z this. There's going to be a Love Fest of Nashville Elvis Fest videos and Dean Z show all week.
Well, bring it
So
on
get
because
ready.
now I'm going to be one of y'all. So I haven't got to see the videos or anything, so I will be
Yeah.
watching just like y'all will be. Mhm.
Yeah. And the gospel show, you always think about the gospel shows, and I always teeter on the fence because, like, it was early today, and I told Heather, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to get up so early to get ready and get down there. And, do I really want to go to it? I'm like, well, I'll go. And then once I get there, oh, thank goodness I went. Thank
Mhm.
goodness. These gospel shows, y'all, They're
Yeah.
so good, and it was so nice to Raleigh Jenkins. I haven't got to hear him a lot. He did this beautiful rendition of Elvis gospel. So it was just really neat. Alex Mitchell sang a
While
great
you're talking, I'll be
song.
right
I mean,
back.
it was just so good. Okay. It was just so good to hear all of these guys in their element and just hear them sing just such great gospel songs. And they even did a couple. There's this one, and I think I videoed it. Tom had an idea of an Elvis song. I think it's called Life. And it's very, very wordy. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the name of it. And it was so awesome because he had each guy take like a line of it. Awesome. I mean, you just don't hear that every day. So it was a really great show. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I say, I can't say enough about this Nashville Elvis Festival. If y'all need to go to a festival, go. They always put the dates out super, super early. Like, I'll bet you within the next month they'll have next year's dates. So save the date because it's such a great festival. And, they have a great hotel there. And my friend Teresa, I was with her most of the day today. She was filling in for Heather. And she was staying at the hotel that they have like a signature hotel. I think it's the Spring Hill Suites that Elvis Festival attendees can get like a special deal. And she was just talking about the after parties and how wonderful they were, how all the guys just came out into the lobby and they just sing and do karaoke and chit chat and talk. And so it's just a great experience. So I highly recommend it if you get a chance to go. And then let's move on from that to the top of the mountain. Y'all, Dean Z. Dean Z did a 2-hour show. It was unbelievable. He
Hmm.
did the first hour in Black
Rub it
Letter with the
in.
68 Comeback Special
Yeah, rub it
song.
in.
I'm just trying to let you know of how it was.
Just
Then the
kidding.
second half, he did Elvis on Tour from 1972, came out in one of the white jumpsuits. Holy cow, y'all. I mean, unbelievable. It was amazing. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand. I mean, the man, he's just electric. He's electrifying. Like, he's probably the closest I feel like I would feel to Elvis in the building. Like, there was such a buildup and such an excitement for him to
Hmm.
come on stage. And then once he was there, he's just so electric and he's so personable with the audience. Not only is he fabulous singing and performing and dancing and all that, but he's just so heartfelt. And I don't know the words, have you probably know it better than me. He's just so great at communicating with the audience and just making you feel special and just that you're having the best time of your life. It's so great. And I'll tell you this, Heather, you're going to be impressed because I'll send you this video first. There is a song um, that he started out singing, and I cannot remember. I think it wasn't Never Get to Spain. What was it? Oh, we're going up, we're going down, da na 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 na. What's the name of that song?
Uh,
Anyway, you want it.
any way you want me to do. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Y'all, he played every instrument on stage.
Wow.
Every instrument. So he goes over to the piano, starts playing. Then he goes to the bass and plays. Then he goes to the electric guitar, plays. Then he goes to the drums. And I'm not just saying it was a note or two. I'm not just saying that he was like, dun, 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 or like, I'll pick out 3 chords here on this. It was like legit solos. This man has mastered every one of those instruments. Like, I think he probably thinks his best one is electric guitar, I guess, because
Hmm.
that's what I've seen him play the most when I've seen his Facebook Lives and stuff. But he legit was like a full-fledged musician on every single one. And I don't say that lightly because I live in Nashville and I know country music and I know
Hmm.
musicians. Like, Heather used to own a recording studio and we have seen the best of the best. So I don't say that lightly. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Heather's going to be so impressed when you see it. And I will post it for you guys. But I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, the lady
Wow.
beside me, like, and y'all probably will hear it in the video. She just kept going, oh my God. Oh my God. What, is he going to that one? Oh my, like, it was hilarious. So I hope her voice is in there. But the crowd was wild for him. It was an amazing show. I cannot talk enough about it. It's probably just a sliver of what you would see at his Branson show.
Hmm.
And you all know that's a bucket list for Heather and I. And then he came out after the show, y'all. I got to talk to him. I got my picture with him and Tom Brown, and both could not have been nicer and more. He's just so humble and just so genuine and lovely. It's just there's my love
Hmm.
fest for
Hmm.
Tom Brown and Dean Z and the Nashville Elvis Festival. It was amazing. So
Yeah.
yes,
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I
you
don't
guys
know what
know.
else to say.
You guys know how much I love my Dean Z. Like, I love Dean Z. And Holly and I talk about him incessantly. Hopefully, we have turned a lot of you on to Dean Z, and you've been to one of his shows, or maybe you've been to a festival, or maybe you do the ETA events at Elvis Week. But yes, I was so excited, first of all, that he was going to be there, and I was so excited that he was going to do his own show. This afternoon. And then Holly was texting me and calling me, and then she put that video up of Dean Z, and I was like so excited, and Holly was like, "You're gonna die," because Dean Z came out for the gospel segment and he had that pink suit on. Okay, if you guys love Dean Z and you follow him, then you know what I mean when I say pink suit, because Dean Z has recently had some new I guess promo pictures, or like publicity shots and pictures
Like
done.
professional publicity
Oh my
shots.
gosh, y'all. Go to his Facebook page and scroll back and look at them, because he did this photo shoot in that pink suit with that black shirt, and be still my beating heart. Holy cow. Holy cow. As soon as I saw the picture, I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I showed it to Holly one day. I was like, look at this new Dean Z picture in this pink suit. And so I was like super sad I didn't get to see him in person in it, but that's okay. But yeah, Holly is right. She and I are huge Elvis tribute artist fans. And I think they all do a phenomenal job in their own right. Like, each of them bring their
Yeah.
own special little personality and charisma and energy and charm and something to their tribute acts. But yeah, it's like Dean Z just sets the bar so high. And I really do believe, and I get so mad. That's why I get so mad. Like today, I was literally looking at comments on the Graceland Insiders, and we'll talk about this in a minute. But Elvis Week schedule and tickets came out, and a lot of people were on there, griping about, prices, and they were griping about the ETA events and how many there were, and that they don't like the ETAs, and that they think Graceland and Joel need to do away with them and whatever. And I'm like, get over yourselves. I'm like, you're just closed-minded and small-minded, and you just don't understand, because they're all saying, oh, well, we need to just, keep it focused on Elvis and celebrating Elvis. That's what the ETAs do. That's what they do. But Dean Z has literally, since he was a little kid, been a fan of Elvis, and been, doing a little Elvis tribute act. And so his adoration and his respect and his love for Elvis
Yeah.
just flows through him all the way into the audience whenever he does any of his shows and performances. And that just, yeah, makes it so authentic and respectful and meaningful when you see Dean Z. And so
And
I can't say enough about him.
let me say this: if you are a doubter, because I had so many people, I couldn't even go to the bathroom because I kept getting stopped by people, which is great. I loved it, but literally, I had so many people come up to me and go, "You know what? I'm here because I've heard you and Heather talk about the ETAs. I was not a fan. I didn't want to give them a
Hmm.
shot, but
Hmm.
you all convinced me to." And I literally, not one person was like, "Oh, I wish you hadn't done that." Every single person was like, "I'm hooked now.
Yeah.
I'm hooked. I will be at every festival I can, every tribute show I can." So I feel like Heather and I are doing our job by spreading the not only the Elvis love but the ETA love.
Yeah.
Our friend Teresa, who I hung out with today, she was literally like, I gave it a chance. I'm a diehard Elvis fan. I was not wanting to have anything to do with these ETAs, and she's like, but I started watching your videos, and I thought I'll give it a chance. And she went and saw Sean Clush and Bill Cherry, and came to the Nashville Elvis Festival. She was like, I'm going to go to this festival and see. And then she literally told me, she goes, I'm hooked. I've been
Well,
here all 4 days. I'm hooked. I will be
that's
back
what
as
I'm
much as
saying.
possible.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying give them a chance, because if you do, you
Yeah.
will be so in love and entertained, because to me, that's what they do.
Hmm.
I know there's only one Elvis. I know there will never be
Yeah.
anybody close to Elvis in his looks, his charisma, his talent, his anything, his voice. Nobody will ever be Elvis. But for those of us that
Hmm.
unfortunately never got to experience Elvis, this is the closest thing that we get. And it is a celebration
Hmm.
of him and his music through these guys. And like I said, these guys are so genuine in their art. I mean, they take it so seriously. They wear the exact outfits, belts, hairstyles, rings, necklaces, jewelry. I mean, they study and study and study to literally make their performances and their shows exactly as Elvis did it. So that takes talent. That
Yeah.
takes time. That takes hard work and dedication. It's not, I get what everybody's saying about,
Right.
I don't want to see somebody that thinks they're Elvis or trying to be Elvis. That's not what they're doing. Not any Joe Schmo could do what these guys do at the level that someone like Dean Z does it. But I'm telling you, it is like so worth it, because to me, Holly and I love the whole Elvis week thing of it being kind of ETA focused on the first week and then Elvis focused on the second week. Because again, the entire
Hmm.
2 weeks is a love fest and a celebration of Elvis and hearing
Yeah.
his music and, watching these guys recreate these iconic shows and concerts and events that
Hmm.
we never got to see live and in person. And that is the closest thing we'll get to seeing it live and in person. But the authenticity and the respect and excitement they bring to it in, just like even
Hmm.
talking about their love for Elvis, like in between songs or,
Yeah.
during the show or whatever, it is a love fest for Elvis. It is celebrating Elvis and his
Well,
music and his career. And they're
and I'll
carrying
say
that
this:
torch.
I just love an impersonator in general, or a tribute artist in general. Like, I mean, we go whenever I've been to Vegas. If they're doing Tina Turner or Elton John or Prince or whoever, like, I'm
Mhm,
thoroughly entertained. Like, I love to see
mhm,
somebody do a great job. Like, I think a lot of people think, oh, like somebody's doing like a 300-pound Elvis, that's not doing a good job. That's what they think of because they've kind of made him a character in a lot of movies and stuff. And when they
yeah.
always have Elvis impersonators in movies, they're always terrible,
But
except for Austin Butler.
well, that's what I'm
But
saying though. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying though.
I don't
These
know why Elvis gets all the hate. Like, there's a billion people doing Dolly impersonations, and no one says anything about them. Like, I don't know what the hate on Elvis tribute artist is, but
Well, that's what I'm
I
saying too,
digress.
though, is I think the people that are saying all this stuff are people that obviously haven't been to a show like
Yeah,
Dean Z or Dwight Eisenhower
right.
or Ben Thompson or Cody Dayanath or Sean Clush, or I could go on and on and on. They
Hmm.
haven't been to experience these shows for themselves to really see how much effort and
Yeah.
dedication and work and respect goes into these shows and performances. So,
Yeah,
I
don't
will
go up
keep
against
preaching
them
it
for
till the
Elvis
cows come
trivia
home.
because they will beat you.
Yeah.
Yes. So now that we've gotten off of our soapbox about that, I'll end it with this. Do me one favor: if you don't like ETAs, go see a Dean Z show and then come back and talk to me. And if your mind is not
Weren't
completely
entertained.
changed, then
Yep.
then I don't know who you are. Then we
Mhm.
can't be friends. So
Yeah. I
so
mean, I think,
anyway, yes. Overall,
well, and at the end of the day, I think, I just think about Elvis. I just think about how, like, tickled and thrilled and impressed and
yeah.
happy Elvis would be to see all of these guys, continuing on this legacy and trying so
Oh
hard,
yeah.
working so hard at it. And I think he would be, so honored and so humbled that here we
Hmm.
are in 2024 and you have hundreds and
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of Elvis tribute artists that travel all around the world to bring a little bit of that Elvis charisma and excitement and energy that none
Yeah.
of us have had the opportunity to experience in now almost 47 years since he's been gone. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
He'd
think
be
he'd just
he
be
would be
over the
tickled.
moon. Yeah. I think he'd sit in the
Yeah.
audience and be the first one to stand up and clap and yell. I think he'd just be like, I can't even believe
Yes.
this. So
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on, the next order of business is they've announced the tickets and the schedule for
dun
Elvis
dun
Week
dun
2024. Y'all,
dun.
are you ready? Are you
Yeah.
ready? So Heather has already been hard at work. looking through things, and she's going to go over kind of a little bit about what they have. And like I say, um, we always tell people, I was telling everybody today, because everybody was asking me about Elvis Week and Elvis tickets today. Um, you need to go through the schedule of events. You need to look at what's most important to you and what shows you would
Mhm.
most want to see, and then go from there. Like, add up, how much is it for me to go to all these
Mhm.
shows?
Yeah.
Is
So let
that
me
part of
say,
the package? Is it not? But yeah, I'll let Heather. This is her realm, so I'll let her talk about it.
well, no, let me just say this first and
Go ahead.
foremost, because again, I've been at home trapped a lot for the last like 10 or however many days. So yes, I had a lot of time to look at the schedule and kind of go through things. And then, like I said, I've been reading all the posts that people have been putting on Graceland Insiders and Elvis Presley's Graceland and stuff about the tickets. And for any of you out there that, maybe you're thinking about going or you're wanting to go and now you're kind of like, disheartened or bummed about certain things, let me clear some things up for you. So first of all, yes, tickets came out, schedule came out. It looks incredible. There's a lot of exciting guests that we'll talk about, and there's a lot of exciting, cool events that are going to be happening during Elvis Week. However, I will say that it is expensive. I'm sure that those of you that have already looked, and you can go to graceland.com, and it has the Elvis Week schedule there. It has like literally day by day, every event, what it's about, and then it has the packages and things. So yes, if
Mm-hmm.
you were to do like everything Elvis Week, like you did the top package, the platinum package for that, you did the top package for the Elvis tribute artist, their VIP
Mm-hmm.
package. If you did the tours, the private tours with Linda Thompson and Jerry Schilling, then we are talking thousands. Yes, I said thousands of dollars to do it. It is expensive. And I will say that the prices went up quite significantly this year as well. I actually was doing some more research today, and I looked back at like what Holly and I did last year, like package wise and price wise. And I will say that it looks like everything this year increased about 10 to 20%. So quite a significant price increase. I especially thought that the platinum package was really, really expensive. And then I was very surprised at how expensive the tours with Jerry and Linda were. But however, Elvis Week is what you make it. Elvis Week is fun no matter what, because you're literally
Mm-hmm.
you're literally in Memphis at Graceland for, if you're there for the entire 12 days or just 2 days, 3 days. You're surrounded by people from all over the world that share your same love and your same passion for Elvis. So you're never alone. You always have an Elvis bestie with somebody that you're going to meet from all over the world. And there's plenty of free things to do. Holly and I talk about that with our going to, John Daly's Summerfest, just hanging out at the guest house, just going down on Bill Street and looking through shops and things, going to the Peabody and seeing the ducks. There's plenty of like free things and cool things to do, but also you got to just kind of weigh your budget and your options and do what you can and stay within your means. And that's exactly what Holly and I do. Enter my pages. So
Whoa!
this,
Did you type those out?
no, I copied and pasted and printed. But this is literally what Holly and I do every year. So I print out all of the packages for the ETAs and for Elvis Week, and I literally go through them with a fine-tooth comb, and I circle the differences in the packages, like what you get with one and not with the other, and then I add all that up, and then I do individual tickets, like as if we were just going to go to individual events and things, and then I kind of see, this versus this much. And so that's kind of what you got to do. You got to just, pick and choose, because you're probably not going to want to go to every single event. Because I will say that even with the platinum package and the gold package, there's certain events and things that Holly and I could live without. I mean, we would like to go and we would go, but we wouldn't just be crushed and devastated if we couldn't make those happen. So, sometimes going the individual ticket route and getting to, see like a show here and there, you have plenty of time in between. Like if you don't go to a show every single day, you'll have plenty of stuff to do. You can go tour Graceland, you can go to the complex, and like you could spend days at the complex just going through the various museums and things and taking pictures and reading all the little placards and things like that. So Elvis week is what you make it. So don't let that discourage you. I saw some of you being like, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to go this year. I didn't know that it was so expensive and prices were so expensive. So I guess I'm just going to have to save up money and maybe wait 3 years or 5 years, and see if I can afford it. You can afford it. You just got to, like I said, you got to look at the schedule, pick and choose, do what works for you. So does that make sense? So what else do we want to talk about? So just like I know, so basically tickets go on sale Thursday. So as you all know, I'm an Insiders member. I highly recommend become an Insiders member if you are not already. Do so and do it now because you're going to get a pre-sale link on Thursday morning. So founders get to go first on Wednesday and purchase their tickets. And then Thursday morning, insiders get to purchase their tickets and packages. And then that afternoon, the general public does. So I encourage you to do that so you get the best seats possible and you get the shows and the packages and things that you want to get. So Thursday morning, 8:30 Central Standard Time, insiders tickets go on sale. Or if you don't want to do the insiders, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time is when general tickets go on sale. So Holly and I will probably come on next Sunday and more so delve into exactly like what we got. Did we do a package? Did we do individual tickets? Because we're still bouncing it around. We're still deciding what we're going to do and what's going to work with our budget. But I guess, what do you want me to do, Holly? Do you want me to just kind of like talk about like the guests and the events and stuff or what?
Well, talk first about how to become an insiders and then talk about, just briefly give them a little rundown of the guests. And, you can just hit the highlights if you want to, if you don't want to do every single event they're having.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go to.
So first,
because
I can ask you questions. How do you become a Graceland Insider?
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm trying to pull this up because now that I'm using my phone for the thing, I don't have my phone and I have everything like screenshotted and like on my phone. So now I got to go to the actual like website so that on the iPad so that I can see it. But hold on just a second.
Well, while she's doing that, I can tell you how to become a Graceland Insider. It's easy. You just go to Graceland.com. And they have a link that says become a Graceland Insider. It's around $30 for the year. And I'm going to say this, it's not worth much. It used to be pretty great because you got like discounts when you were there in Memphis and like discounts on the shopping sites. They don't really do that much anymore. Really, the only reason to become an insider in our eyes is to get this early access to the tickets so you can get better seats and make sure that you get the tickets or packages before they sell out. That's really, I think they do like a 10% off maybe twice a year online, but that's really it. And there's like a private Facebook group, which, is fine, but there's a billion.
Yeah, like you can see the webcam that you can see the webcam they put outside of Graceland like 24/7. The front of it.
But the main
and the meditation garden.
I would only become an insider if you were going to be going to Elvis week or the birthday week, because really the main benefit of the insiders is to get these tickets ahead of time. So if you're not planning on Elvis week or birthday week in the near future, don't worry about it. Save the $30. But if there's a year that you think you're going to go to either the birthday celebration or Elvis week in August, I would highly recommend becoming an insider at least for that year.
Yeah.
Have you found your stuff? Okay.
No, hold on. Kind of, sort of. Oh, that's not what I wanted to go to. Hold on. Yeah, so.
I knew she kept it all on her phone. I knew it.
I do. That's just like what I'm always on, and I can like screenshot and then I can like remind myself of things or whatever. So anywho, yeah.
Well,
so
while you're looking,
No, I was just going to say, so basically, yeah. So as we always said, Elvis week is kind of like split into 2 different weeks per se. So like the first half is kind of focused on Elvis tribute artists, the contest and their events and things. And then the second half is more focused on like Elvis concerts and events and things like that. So for those of you that are ETA fans, they've got a fabulous lineup this year. There are some that are missing that Holly and I will talk about that we were a little sad to not see their names on the roster. But this year they're definitely having Dean Z, They're having Patrick Dunn, woo, Ben Thompson, Cody Dayanath, Sean Clush, David Lee, Brandon Bennett, and Jay Dupuis. I think I got them all. I think that's all of them. So they're all going to be there. They're all going to be participating in the ETA events. So it looks like they're going to be doing a ultimate show that's like a 50s. So they're kind of doing like a whole tribute to the 50s show. And I know Dean Z is a part of that. They're also doing like a more 70s Elvis show. So Holly and I are super excited about that one because we love the 70s Elvis. We love jumpsuit Elvis. They're going to be doing a show for that. Of course, they're doing the semifinals and the final round for the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artists. Excited about that this year because you guys know, like Holly and I will say right now, we don't really have a favorite because all of our favorites have won finally. So as you guys know, we were super like Team Cody Dayanath last year. We were literally like, please, this has got to be his year. And it was. So there's a lot of people in it that we really like and we're familiar with, but I will say that we don't have an exact favorite yet this year. So we'll see. We're still waiting to see who all is going to be in the contest. But they're also still doing all their fun things like their all request show where they take like audience requests and things. They're doing their after dark show with the ETAs hosted by Patrick Dunn, which is hilarious because they do funny like skits, games, trivia. Like it's hilarious. It's like the ETAs like you've never seen them before. They're also doing, back by popular demand, the Rockin' the Jukebox show. And this is the one where the ETAs pay tribute to other artists. So like this year, I think it said that somebody was going to be doing Buddy Holly, Frankie Valli. Who else did I say? Garth Brooks. The Judds. I'm super excited about that. Yeah. So for those of you, so for those of you that are fans of the EAS band, which is John and Cheryl Crenshaw, and then Cheryl and Michelle are the ladies that do all the background vocals for the contests and stuff. They do a Judds tribute. And I did not know this until just recently. I saw some people posting about it, but they're going to be a part of that show. And then what else? They're doing a gospel show with the ETAs. They're doing like meet and greets. So anyway, they're doing all kinds of great stuff. They have 3 different packages available for them. They have like a VIP, a premiere, and a fan package. And again, they all include different shows and meet and greets and photo ops and different things like that. And then moving on to the Elvis stuff. Super excited about all the guests coming for that. So Linda Thompson's back.
Yes.
Yay! Linda Thompson is back.
I was so hoping.
I know. And Jerry Schilling is back. So it's like double.
Yippee!
Double craziness. So they're both going to be there. As I said, they're both doing like private tours of Graceland after dark that you can buy a separate ticket for. Holly and I will not be doing that, unfortunately, because as I said, number one, they're limited. Like Linda's doing 3, Jerry's doing 2 tours. There's only 10 people per tour allowed. So that's 50 total people that can do the tours. It's $1,250 per person.
No,
I mean, I know that it's like a once in a lifetime to like be touring Graceland with Linda and Jerry and to hear all their like stories and like I'm sure like while they're in there like memories and moments come flooding back, and I'm sure it's incredible because Patrick Dunn was tempting me because somebody posted on the Insiders about the Linda tour and stuff, and he was like, let me just say I did the Linda tour last year and it was incredible, all capital letters. But I'm sure that, it's like a once in a lifetime, but man, that's just with everything else, buying other tickets, your meals, your transportation, your hotel, it adds up. And another $2,500 for Holly and I is like, so anyway, but Linda and Jerry will both be part of different events. Like Jerry, if you get one of the platinum or the gold packages, he's going to be doing like a question and answer panel with just him and Tom Brown. So that will be really cool. And then Linda's going to be a part of the conversations on Elvis, which her brother Sam is also going to be. And then I know a lot of you probably recognize the name Shirley Dew. who was Joe Esposito's girlfriend. And she was like his main girlfriend, I think, like from 74 to 77. And so she calls herself like the Mafia Princess, the Memphis Mafia Princess. I know she's written a book and stuff. I've not delved much into her, so I'd love to hear your all's thoughts. But I know she wrote a book. I've not read it, but I did read a lot of people saying not great things about her on the insiders and stuff. They were saying,
Ooh.
yeah, I feel like there might be something with your audio.
Mine?
Yeah, it's very, yeah, it's very like,
I'll tell you what it is. It's when we try to talk over each other, try to talk over each other, my volume when we're not down, when we're even not, if I'm talking just by myself, even not, and now you can't hear me by myself, just now you can't
no, I can hear you. It's just a very bad connection. It's like real, like grovelly, gravel.
Well, I am in my car. And in a parking lot. In a parking lot. We had to do this. Well, you can just see the majority of talking. Just don't forget to mention my guest. That I'm so excited about.
Okay, I was seeing if I could hear it on my iPad, if it was maybe just coming through on my phone or something, but no, I think it's doing it on the iPad too. Let me know if you guys hear it
How
too.
about this? I just took my charger out. Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, great.
What'd you do different?
I took my charger out because I'm charging up my phone because it died because I literally taped hours of video today. So my phone's on like 1%, but I think it's charged enough to get us through this. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's much better. But anyway, I know that, a lot of you have like some certain things, like I said, to say about her and things she maybe said about Elvis. But I do know that she spent a lot of personal time with Elvis from 74 to 77. She was like literally apparently the only girlfriend / wife that was allowed to pretty much go on all of the like tours and the concerts and things. Because, Elvis was very particular about that with the guys. He would say like certain tours or certain shows, he would say like wives and girlfriends welcome, and then certain times he'd be like no. So anyway, I'm sure she has a lot of interesting stories. She's also the one that's in some of the pictures of him that you always see, his last vacation to Hawaii. She's in a lot of pictures with him. So anyway, it'll still be interesting to hear her side of things and her stories and things. And then Holly's super excited about this because Larry Geller is going to be a guest.
I remember, guys, last year when I said who would be your top 3 people, he was one of my top 3. So I'm super pumped about Larry Geller. I really want to hear his insights about just like Elvis's spiritual side and that numerology and all that. So I'm pumped about Larry Geller.
Yeah. But yeah, he's going to be there. Also, Andy Childs and Terry Mike Jeffrey are going to be doing a show as well. Yeah, so that's great. I think Patrick Dunn's going to be joining them as well. So I think they're going to be a part of, they're doing a couple of different Elvis concerts. So they're doing one called, what was it? Elvis Back in Memphis show. So they're doing like a show of that. And then they're doing, what's the other one? It's called Elvis Return to Vegas. And
love it.
Yeah, so I think they're going to be involved in those shows. And they're doing like, I think the live Elvis on the screen band type thing again. And Gene Chrisman is coming back. They haven't said anything yet about James Burton or Glendy Harden, but hopefully, I feel like Graceland and EPE continue to announce guests and add guests to the shows and events as we get closer to Elvis Week. So I wouldn't be surprised if they add them. I hope they do, because side note, a huge congratulations and shout out to James Burton on being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame for 2024. I was so thrilled when I saw that. I'm just elated for him. Number one, like everybody was saying, I'm so glad that he's still here to actually enjoy and accept that recognition and that huge achievement. But there's nobody better than James Burton that deserves to be in that Hall of Fame. So I'm so excited for him, but hopefully he'll be back at Elvis Week. Let's see what else is really cool that they're doing. Of course, the candlelight vigil, everybody, we'll be looking forward to that. Oh, they're doing this really cool event this year that I'm so excited about. It's called the Fan Choice Awards.
Me too.
And apparently they're gonna like, and I'm like, when are we gonna get a vote? Because I'm guessing they're gonna send out probably like ballots, hopefully
Oh
to
my
like the
God.
found, hopefully to like the founders and maybe the insiders, definitely. And then maybe they'll even send some to like past, Elvis Week attendees, because I'm sure they have like a list of people that have attended Elvis Week in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's gonna be like fan choice awards where they're literally gonna have all these different categories for like best on-screen kiss, best Elvis movie co-star, favorite, television appearance, best love song, like all these different like categories that they're going to let us as the fans vote on. And then they're going to have an award show. And if you get like the platinum package, which Holly and I won't be doing, we know that for sure, because it's also $2,000, $2,020 or $2,070 to be exact per person for the platinum package. So we won't be doing that, but they're doing like a red carpet experience before. Like this is literally, I think, like dress up. So
Mm-hmm.
Heather's starting her diet. Another side note, April 1st. Everybody pray for me. Heather does not do Heather does not
Caroline.
Heather does not do well with dieting or exercising, but I really need to. This is not just about like looks. This is just about my health. I just feel like I need to get healthier. And especially like seeing all the stuff that Dad's gone through in recent years, I just feel like Heather needs to get healthier in 2024. So I'm going to be doing that. But I really feel like if any of y'all want to join me, let me know. We can talk each week about how much we've lost. But they're going to do this whole fan choice awards. And like, I think you get to like dress up like a red carpet. Like Holly and I are going to wear like nice dresses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, it's like this whole award show and then there's an after party. So I thought that was a really neat addition that's going to be really fun for the fans, because they're also bringing back the fan meetup. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back on mine and Holly's Facebook from January, the birthday celebration. So they did this new event during birthday week that they called like a fan meetup, fan meet and greet. And it was hosted by Tom Brown and Patrick Dunn. It was great.
Oh,
They
so good.
literally did these like contests and like things like Tom versus Patrick that were hilarious. They
Mm-hmm.
had Angie Marchese there to showcase some like cool artifacts and do a show and tell thing with some really neat items. That was where they had the gentleman from the Hot Buttered Soul Awards that came and presented Elvis with that award, from his childhood when Elvis adopted the orphanage. Again, it's a lot. Go back and see it. But they're doing that event again this year, and it's going to also not only have Tom and Patrick, but it's going to include Dean Z.
Oh, I
And
didn't
who was
know
the other
that.
person I said? Yeah, who was the other person I said?
I don't know.
Oh, Argo. Argo.
Argo, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
Dean Z and Argo and Tom Brown and Patrick Dunn. So guaranteed to be hilarity ensue with the four of them. So super excited about that. Let's see what else. I mean, that's like the main. Those are like the
I
main
feel like so.
highlights.
Well, now
Those are
don't
like
worry,
the.
y'all. Don't worry, because so tickets go on sale Thursday. Heather and I will be back on next Sunday, and we'll tell you exactly what we got if we get it, what we got, what we're doing, the whole itinerary. We will give you guys the deal on it.
Yeah.
And, don't feel like you have to make your decision by Thursday. As long as you're not getting packages, the packages tend to sell out a little bit. But if you're just doing individual tickets, you've got time. You have
Yeah.
time to think it over and think about it. So, next Sunday you can listen to what Heather and I got, and we'll give you a few more pointers on just some things we think might be like a must see if you've never been. We'll kind of go through our schedule and try to make it for those that if you've never been to an Elvis week, what's like maybe a must see or like a must do, and we'll give you
Yeah.
some tips and pointers next Sunday. So,
But if you do want to do one of the packages, then I highly suggest you do what I did. So like literally, I don't know if you can see this or not.
I can't, but I don't have my glasses.
Okay. So like
I
literally
see.
this, yeah. So this is the, yeah, you can see that. So this is the platinum package, and then below here is the gold package. So the little circles around the dots are the differences in the packages. And I will tell you this, and this is just my personal opinion, so take it or leave it. It's not worth much. But if you are thinking about doing the packages, I would say do the gold package, because when I broke it down based on how much the gold package is versus the price of the platinum package, there wasn't that many differences that to me persuaded me to want to jump that high in price and do.
Yeah, that was my main thing. That is a very, very big jump.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like the main thing that was like really enticing about the platinum package is that you get rows 1 through 3 guaranteed for your tickets. However, with the gold package, you're guaranteed rows 4 through 7. And honestly, I'll tell you, between the sound stage, which is where most of these concerts and events are, and then the Graceland Guest House Theater, which are some of the other events and things, I will tell you that there's not really a horrible seat in the place.
yeah.
I mean, you know, so to me, being on row 1, 2, or 3 versus 4, 5, or 6 or 7 is not that big of a difference. They are doing like a little cocktail reception in the backyard of the Graceland Mansion that Jerry Schilling is going to be at for the
Tempting.
platinum package.
That is tempting.
That was the one little nugget that I was like, oh, they get you somehow. But again, to me, it was not worth that much, because the gold package is $880 versus $2,070. I could not justify that much difference. And this is per person. This is not for both of us. This is per person. I couldn't justify that doing that package. So, oh my gosh. And I also forgot to say that with the Elvis tribute artist stuff, Dean Z's Unplugged shows are back.
We're going to both. He's doing 2. We're going to both.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And I will tell you this too, because, and we'll talk more about this, like Holly said, next Sunday, but I really feel like part of mine and Holly's duty as our Everything Elvis besties is to kind of help you all and guide you with decisions and how to navigate Elvis week. So I will tell you this, in case you are going to be buying tickets, like right off the bat, like you're like, I'm in, I'm going, I'm definitely going. I just got to decide what I'm doing. But I am going to buy tickets on Thursday. Just a little, like, what I would say is, if you are on a budget or you're worried about money and stuff, because again, you got to think about all the extras. You know, the tickets are one thing, but they add on all these fees and taxes. That's another. And then you got to think about hotel and food and transportation. But if you were like, you know, what should I do? What should I go to? And I'll let Holly weigh in on this as well. If you're going to do some of the ETA stuff, I would say definitely do one of Dean Z's Unplugged.
Definite.
Either or. I would say if you can't go to both, do the final round of the Elvis Tribute Artist Contest, because it's just so cool to see all the different guys do their different songs and things. And it's just exciting. I would say pick one of the 2 ETA shows. If you're a 50s Elvis fan, I'd go to their 50s show. If you're the 70s jumpsuit Elvis fan, I'd go to the 70s show. And then I'd probably also go to the Rock in the Jukebox, because it's super
Only if you enjoy impersonators like I do.
Yes, if you like other
tribute
impersonators,
don't go.
Yeah, but it's so entertaining. But I would say for the ETA stuff, that would probably be my top things. How about you, Holly?
Absolutely. That's for sure what I would go to.
Yeah. And then I would say, if you're just going to do Elvis week stuff and you don't want to do like a package, let me just look really quick. I would say definitely go to the Fan Awards show, just because I think it's going to be so unique. I think it's going to be so unique.
Never done it.
And I would say definitely do the one of the shows. So either do the Elvis Back in Memphis or the Elvis Return to Vegas, but I'd probably do the Return to Vegas. Yeah. I definitely do the Conversations on Elvis.
Absolutely. That's my number one. If you're going to do one thing, do the Conversations, because you're just going to get interesting stories and nuggets of information that you just don't get anywhere else. Because you can always YouTube like an Elvis concert or whatever, and those have their special moments too. But I'm telling you, just every time we go to a conversation, even if like we're kind of like, I don't know about this guest, or you know, or what is this person gonna really have to contribute? They always do. I'm never disappointed, and it's always the people I least think I'm going to enjoy that I enjoy the most. So that's my number one tip is go to a Conversations.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
hopefully that helps you out a little bit. If I would say, if this is your first time going to Elvis Week, or you're not going to you're going this year, but you might not come back till like the 50th anniversary or something, I would say really try to do the gold package. Because it pretty much encompasses all those events plus some. Like, you'll get all those events I just talked about automatically for that package. Plus they're doing like a 50s flashback. It's a drive-in dinner and a sock hop with Argo. So, it's just a great chance to, fellowship, with
Yeah.
Elvis fans and stuff. And then you also, like with the gold package, you get a white glove photo opportunity. And this is why Holly and I are seriously thinking about doing the package instead of individual tickets, because that is literally where they're going to pick out an artifact. And it can be anything. It can be an Elvis belt, a cape, a ring, his sunglasses, his wallet. It could be an Elvis artifact, and they let you put white gloves on, of course, and you get to hold it, and you get to take a picture with it. So that's really cool in the package. And then there is also included with the gold package that you can't purchase otherwise. They're doing an artifact show and tell with Tom and Angie. And I will tell you that those are worth their weight in gold as well. It is always so interesting, like the conversations. You're going to walk away learning something, knowing something, a little nugget of Elvis trivia and history that you didn't know before or you hadn't heard in a while, that Angie's going to share with you, and you're going to get to see some of Elvis's artifacts, up close and personal, and take some pictures of them. So that's a definite, really cool event as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I know Heather and I are going to have to work overtime to afford all these tickets. Thank you guys, though. Y'all are always so helpful. Thank you so much to everybody that always sends us stars here on Facebook.
Yes.
That always helps so much. We use every single penny to go to Graceland or go to an Elvis event so that we can share it with you guys in video, or at least come on here and talk about it. So we thank you so much for all your support. Every time you comment, share a video, watch a video, all of that, it just helps us spread the word and make a little bit of extra money to go to Graceland and all these other festivals. So we greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. I was going to look through some questions and comments here, because I know we've kind of been like,
All right, well, you've got 5 minutes, because we don't want to keep them on here too long. It's almost been an hour, so you got 5 minutes. Shoot,
okay.
go.
Okay. Hello to everybody. Thank you all for watching. We know this is a little weird because we've never really done one as far as our Sunday Facebooks this late.
Yeah.
Everybody's super excited that you got to go to the Nashville Elvis Festival.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Oh, yes. Somebody was saying, where did it go? It already flipped by and I can't find the name. Somebody was saying that they highly recommend the ETA gospel show as well. Yes, I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would definitely be one. It's going to be hosted by David Lee again this year, and that's definitely one I would suggest going to.
Yeah.
Everybody's asking about Dad. If you didn't catch the beginning of our video, go back and watch. But just quickly, Dad had his surgery. Everything went great. He's recovering and recuperating. He's doing well. So just continue to keep those prayers and thoughts coming for him, that everything stays on the up and up. Let's see.
Yes, I see a couple of comments. Yes, we are going to be doing our version of an Elvis Week t-shirt. We just got to nail down. We've got designs swirling in our heads. We got to nail that down. But yes, in the next couple of months, we will be unveiling our t-shirts, and we will.
The goodie bags are coming.
They're coming, so y'all stay tuned for that. Thanks for asking.
I know, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm super excited about that. I know I've been trying to work on some ideas this week.
Good.
Oh, thank you, everybody. We love you. We love you guys as well. So we love that you let us indulge us.
I need to do some shout outs. Lynette, and I forgot your husband's name, but Lynette and her husband from Tullahoma. We ran into each other in line. They were as sweet as they can be. Of course, I have to give a huge shout out to my bestie Teresa, who filled in for Heather and kept me company all day. She is a doll. Gotta say a shout out to Christy, a shout out to Tom and Roseanne, all of our Elvis besties. I love it when you guys come up and say hello, and it just means everything to us. So many people came up to me today just saying, "Oh, I'm here because you and Heather told me about it, or you made me feel comfortable to go, or it made me feel like I knew more information to be able to go. So we're always glad that we can help you guys out. 'Cause there's a lot of people that do want to come alone, and you're a little bit scared, but don't. You'll always meet a friend at Elvis Week. You got
You'll
us, at
never walk
least.
alone at an
Thank
Elvis
you.
event. At an
Thank
Elvis
you.
event, an Elvis week, or an Elvis
Yeah.
festival. You won't. Yeah, so many of you are again asking about all of mine and Holly's stuff to come for Elvis week. So we're almost to the 4-month countdown, y'all. We're
Yeah.
closing in. It's going to be here before you know it. It's crazy. But a lot of you were also asking if we were doing the scavenger hunt again this year. We're doing all of it. So
It's
t-shirts
coming,
for the
y'all.
Everything Elvis group, goodie bags are going to be coming again. The scavenger hunt with our big Elvis prize pack palooza is going to be coming again. So we're going to be rolling all of that out gradually as we work on it over the next few
Yeah.
weeks, few months. So just stay tuned for all of that. You'll get, trust me, you'll get sick of hearing us talk about it and mention it. But I know Holly's kicking us off here. So I just personally wanted to say, Holly, I'm glad you got to go to the Nashville Elvis Festival and enjoy it for both of us. But I'm
Don't worry, you're
excited.
about to be bombarded with videos, Heather.
Well, I'm excited as well because, yeah, I can't wait to see all the videos she got. And then she also told me that she got me some gifts. So, I love
I'm going
gifts.
to show those next Sunday. I'm not going to
Okay.
show
And I
them
love,
this Sunday.
okay, good. And I love, Elvis stuff. So I can't wait to see what she got me. But yes, thank you all for joining us tonight. Again, don't forget about Elvis Week tickets. It's finally here, y'all. We've been waiting on the announcement. We've been waiting for the schedule. It is here. If you are not aware, go to graceland.com, look at the schedule of events and the tickets. Make sure you set your alarms for Thursday. Get your tickets, get your packages, because we want to see you at Elvis Week. And if not, we're going to be bringing it to you through
Yeah.
Facebook.
All right, y'all. So take care. Don't forget to comment, like, and share all the videos I'm going to post all week. Like I said, it's going to be a Nashville Elvis Festival Palooza over on our Facebook page and YouTube. So make sure you check all those out. So we will see you hopefully next Sunday. So take care. Bye.
Bye.